My name is Vanessa Richards, and my research was on the use of task analysis and computer aided instruction in teaching computer skills to students with intellectual disabilities. The purpose of the study was to evaluate the effects of a computer based video instruction program on computer skills to students with disabilities. The reason for this was because so many students with mild to moderate intellectual disabilities are not given the opportunity to learn basic computer skills. The research question is, how effective is the use of task analysis and computer aided instruction in helping middle school students with mild to moderate disabilities acquire basic computer skills? Literature has shown that there is a growing body of literature that demonstrates how computer based instruction and computer based video instruction can enhance the learning of life skills in students in a simulated setting. This was acquired, this was achieved in our program where it was in a public charter school in Broward County, Florida, in a self contained classroom for students with varying exceptionalities. There were 6 students with mild to moderate intellectual disabilities, including Down syndrome, from the ages of 11 to 15. The students were taught using video modeling and task analysis poster, and they were taught how to access and complete a lesson on a laptop during computer sessions in the classroom. The sessions were held for 55 minutes daily, and data were collected for 3 days per week for each student for a total of 9 weeks. The students were given a video of the steps of the task analysis and the poster. Students followed the steps of the poster after watching the video and noted whether or not they completed the task or not in a self checklist. The methods and procedures in data showed that the teacher oversaw collecting and handling all of the data. Data were triangulated using pre and post test in completion of the task analysis, weekly tabulation of all the tasks, and self checklist of the students' completed tasks. Figure 1 shows the data that was collected in January, the first week of data collection, which we used as our baseline. It is in comparison to our last week of data, which was collected on February 25th, 2021. This shows that the student increased his attempts to complete without prompts most of the tasks in the task analysis for each week after not being able to complete the task analysis for the first week that we saw that data was collected. In addition, it is very important for me to note that there was no data collection for 6 days due to the school being closed because of an outbreak of COVID-19. Figure 2 shows even with the decrease or no collection within those 6 days, that the student did in fact increase the acquisition of task skills even on a break. The comparison of baseline data and the completion data shows in Figure 3 that the student significantly increased the acquisition of task skills and attempted to complete tasks with prompts and independently. The results of this comparison shows that the student also increased their ability to complete the assigned tasks. Upon return to school, only 1 student continued with the research study. The rest of the students continued to learn at home. As a result, only 1 student completed the study to its entirety. This was one of the limitations of our study. In addition to research being limited due to the shutdown for 2 weeks and Because data was not collected during that time, the indications were limited to just one student who was allowed to return to in person learning. This student's data was limited to the weeks that were listed on the timeline, and collection was not able to continue past February 28 due to parent permissions. While the students were not on campus and during the 2 weeks of remote learning, there was no data collected and there was no review of the task analysis or the video poster that was done. The other 5 students did not return to campus per parent request. The result of the study showed that with the use of task analysis and computer aided instructions, students with mild to moderate disabilities can access a computer and can complete a task. Our student showed that he was able to attempt more tasks without prompting and complete more tasks without prompting as the action research continued. The student increased the completion rate of the first step in the task analysis independently without prompting, which showed an increase since before the school lockdown. In the future, the implications would be that the research timeline could have been increased, the focus given to the length and the intensity of the lesson that is provided so that the skill could be generalized to more settings such as other classroom and community settings. The students showed that they do have the ability, even before the lockdown, to increase task acquisition using task analysis and video modeling. This research provided and was disseminated to the parent of the student and was also disseminated to the principal, the teacher of record, as well as the ESE specialist and the special programs coordinator for the school. The student also was able to note in their own self checklist that they were able to complete more steps at the end of the research study than they did before.